Hi, I'm Holly, and this is my husband, Joe, and we are Happy Grillmore, the barbecue competition team. We are proudly representing KC Grilling Company. Today, we are going to do a Cinco de Mayo rib dip sandwich with a Prairie Fresh baby back rib.
As Holly said, we're making a rib dip, Cinco de Mayo style. It's our take on birra. Let's cut into these bad boys. Woo, learn how to cut something. Thanks, babe. We're using baby backs today for two reasons. There's no rib tips on here, so when you're removing the membrane and removing these ribs out later on in the video, you don't have to worry about rib tips being in your sandwich. Another reason we're using baby backs is they're a nice lean cut, beautiful marbling because they're Prairie Fresh. Just gonna give them a quick wipe down and remove this membrane on the back. Another good thing about baby backs, membranes come right off of them. So easy. We're gonna trim this fat on this one end because there's no need for it. We can go ahead and season these bad boys because I don't really see anything that's unpleasant. I don't see any more hangers. Top looks great, good marbling, no shiners. It's gonna be a good rib.
Okay, we're gonna start seasoning our Prairie Fresh baby back rib. The first thing we're gonna start out with is a binder. It's called Risky Brisket Red Sauce. So Joe's gonna go ahead and start. You can find all of these products here at KC Grilling Company. The next thing we are going to use is the Fergalicious Barbecue Original Love.
We're using this rub today, Fergalicious Original Love Rub, because it's very savory. We're looking for more of a savory rib today instead of sweet, because we're making it into a birria style rib dip sandwich.
Next, we have a 50-50 blend of cumin and chili powder that he is going to put on the baby back rib.
We're using this today because we're trying to get a southern flavor, south of the border, you know, kick it up a notch. We're gonna pat it in, don't rub. Flip it over and repeat on the other side. And this top side, we're gonna use quite a bit. We're gonna put a heavy coat. Because when we go to wrap these, we're gonna be wrapping this in some consommé. We're gonna make our own consommé, we're gonna wrap in this, and some of this might come off. So we're gonna do a pretty heavy, liberal coat of this.
And once again, you wanna pat that right in.
Let it sit here for about 15 minutes. Let these flavors melt together and liquefy across the top of the rib. And once you do that, you shouldn't have any trouble with this coming off. The ribs have been here for about 15 minutes. The rub is set. It's getting great color and it's time to take them to the pit. Our Prairie Fresh ribs have been on for about an hour at 300 degrees and it's time to wrap. We're gonna make our consommé and put our ribs in it. So let's start.
So first of all, we're gonna start with vegetable stock. It's 32 ounce. Just pour it on in.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Today, Junior. Today we're using 3 guajillo peppers and 3 anchos that we have rehydrated and ground into a paste.
So pour it right on in. Next, we are going to do about a tablespoon of the Fergalicious Original Love. This can be found right here at KC Grilling Company.
probably good enough. Next is about a cup chopped onion, white onion at that. Up next is a half stick of butter that I have pre-cut into little dollops to help it melt faster. Then 4 cloves of garlic. And then a couple dashes of Risky Brisket hot sauce.
A couple dashes, all right. And then we're just gonna stir it all together. It's gonna look like this.
Go ahead and move that out of the way while we cut our ribs in half so it'll fit into our consommé. Beautiful color on these. So we're gonna fully submerge these meat side down into our consommé. Wrap the top with foil and back onto the pit for about another hour, hour and a half until the bones are ready to come out. Prairie Fresh baby backs have been on for an hour and a half wrapped, and it's time to remove the bones. Ooh, bones are just falling out of these. Go ahead and remove them.
Nice and tender.
Nice and tender. Old Tender Town over here. Ooh, these are extra tender. Bones falling out.
Yep.
Toss these in the trash. There's no need for them. Unless your dogs want a snack. Now we are going to filter our consommé. A lot of onions, a lot of garlic, a lot of flavor. Go ahead and put our ribs back in the pan for just now. Sure. Yeah, keep going. You can see it. Line right here is fat.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, now it's time to make the bun for the rib dip sandwich.
We'll go ahead and start on it. We got us a French loaf here, French baguette. Try to find a wider one so it fits your ribs better. We're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna cut it in half lengthwise. Now we're gonna brush the drippings off the consommé onto the bun to help it crisp when we put it back on the smoker. Have at it, babe.
All right. So how long are you gonna toast it for? Probably about 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes should get her.
All right, it's ready to take out to the pit.
All right, let's go.
Okay, now it's time to build some big flavors into our consommé. That way we can dip our sandwich into it. First of all, we're gonna take this Risky Brisket red sauce. Just use about 2 dabs here. Ooh, I went a little strong, but we're okay. The next thing is we're gonna do about 1/2 cup of onion, so just add it. Then the next thing is gonna be the cilantro.
A good handful will probably do ya.
Sprinkle some.
Oh, you want me to get in on this?
Yeah. Nice.
Tommy likey.
The next thing, you can add as many limes as you want. We're just gonna add 3, maybe 4 today. We're just gonna squeeze the lime in here.
Get a little of that chili lime flavor popping.
Yep. However limey you like it, you can make it what you think is sufficient.
Next, we're gonna give a little bit more salt with the original love rub that we started with on the ribs. Probably about a teaspoon. You don't want a whole lot, just enough to make it pop. Next, we're gonna put a little bit of salsa verde in it. Ooh, come on, a little bit more there.
There we go.
Good enough. Now, time to stir and get these flavors to melt together.
Stir it.
Ooh, that's looking good.
It is looking
That
really
looks
good.
real good.
So the dip is finished, and now we're ready to start building the sandwich. Okay, it's time to start building the sandwich. Take it away, Joe.
First, we're gonna cut the bread in half. Whew.
We see that the
She's crunchy.
cheese
Cheese is nice and melty.
melted.
Set that across.
Then we're gonna take our ribs,
Ooh,
and build the sandwich. That's a big sandwich there.
that's a monster.
It's a monster.
You take it over, babe.
Okay, so then on the sandwich, we're gonna top it with some onion. However much onion you guys want to do.
Oh, I like mine pretty oniony.
And then we're gonna top it with some cilantro, once again.
Reinforce those flavors. Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna squeeze the lime on top of it. Should we do one more?
She's a big sandwich. Let's pop another.
Okay, sounds good. Oops. Got that lime on there.
For an extra special pop, we're using Fergalicious' Red Hot Love Rub. It's got honey and habanero in it, and it's gonna awaken these flavors.
Sprinkle it on. Great.
And then we're gonna put a little bit of salsa verde on it to finish it.
Looks good.
It does look good.
Then of course, top it with your bun.
Ooh, let's see if I can cut through this bad boy.
All right, we have our finished product, our Cinco de Mayo rib dip sandwich. We use those awesome Prairie Fresh baby back ribs. We would like to thank Casey Grilling Company for making this possible. Are you ready to dip in and try?
Let's try it, babe.
Thanks. Big old sandwich.
It's a big old sandwich.
Cheers.
You gonna dip it?
Go ahead and
You
dip
I
in
dip,
it.
we dip.
All right, let's try it.
That's freaking delicious.
Very good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
This beats the socks off, you know, Randy down to the street taco bar that you skipped to make this for.
So good.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Enjoy your day.
Dude, these are banging.